Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. Glad to have you here with me. I'm super excited about this recipe that we're going to be doing today. We are going to be doing strawberry pie. It's May, it's beautiful, the weather's getting better. I know we're in quarantine, might as well bake, might as well try recipes you never tried before. Might as well try ones you haven't had in a long time. So this is like yumminess. It's going to be 2 layers of crust. We're going to do the lattice pie crust on top and, obviously the regular crust on the bottom. So you're going to need your pie plate. I just use refrigerated pie crust. I'm not going to make pie crust. So you're going to need sugar, brown sugar, cornstarch, strawberries, a little bit of lemon juice, cinnamon. I got to get my cinnamon out and then I'll have everything kind of ready for us to get going. But I'm super excited. Oh, in your pie pan. It'll take probably about 45 minutes to an hour after you get it all together, and then you gotta bake it. So anyway, let's get started. Oh, and hey, cheers. Okay, at first we're gonna get started with, I just hulled or took off all the tops of the strawberries. You can actually have more strawberries in this, probably ideally 5 to 6 cups, 4 or 5, but I'm going to use a smaller pie plate so I don't have to. Plus we're doing the lattice work over top, so you won't have to worry about not having so many. We can cover it up with some of the pie crust. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. I already put a 1/3 cup of brown sugar, dark or light, doesn't matter, whatever you have on hand, right? I think this is my 1/3 cup. You're going to want to put a 1/3 cup of white sugar. just a little bit. There we go. In the bowl. Cornstarch. Trying to find my, I guess not. Oh, I needed, that's not. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever used this much cornstarch before, but we're going to be putting, we want to thicken some of the juices. Oops. In here. Because we don't want a soggy crust. Oh, and just so you know, your crusts, get them out. I got mine out. They're sitting out right now just for like room temperature for 10 minutes. So they're more pliable and you can kind of roll them if you need to and get them ready for in the pie crust and to start lattice work. My one is open already and it's getting a little room temperature. This one I might stick back in the fridge for a few minutes just to keep it cooler because we're going to be cutting it and doing the lattice work with it. So you want it a little more like stiffer and not so pliable. I need a spoon. So you're gonna get that in there. We need about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. So I already cut my lemon in half. Anyone have these little gadgets? They're very wonderful. They don't work the way you think they're going to, but they work. That's lovely, isn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna mix that up just a little bit. Need a little bit more because we're gonna be putting in. Anyway, back to the reason on the cornstarch is because once the strawberries start to kind of macerate, if you want to call it that, to get the juices coming out, you don't want the bottom of your pie to be too soggy. So this way, we don't want too many juices coming out when it's cooking. So this way it'll start to kind of thicken it up and soak it up a little bit. So your pie crust won't be mushy on the bottom. You don't want a mushy pie crust. No, you don't. Okay. Okay, got the other lemon going. I just add a little bit more in there. And then we're gonna add maybe a teaspoon of cinnamon. Not a teaspoon. We're just gonna do this. 1/4 teaspoon. Just enough. You don't want too much. I do need salt. You don't want to use coarse or rock salt for this type of thing. You just want a regular, good old, fine table salt. About 1/4 teaspoon. I'm not measuring, people. Okay. And then you're going to stir it up. See how it's getting loosey-goosey in here? Oh, it smells so yummy. So yummy. Okay. I just want to get this all kind of together. Make it all purty and soupy. And then we can start putting the strawberries in. Yay! My thing wasn't in the way here. I can get this a little bit better. Okay, there we go. Push this little baby right in here. Oh, fudge muffins. Okay. So we're just stirring them up in there, getting them all coated with this yummy pie mixture. That deserves a drink. Good shit, Maynard. All right. Okay, on to the next step of putting this loveliness in the pie crust. All right, here we go. Okay, so I have the first pie crust out. Don't be scared, it's okay. I did roll it out just a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. because it comes very kind of stiff, all rolled up in the package, you know what I mean? So I want to show you this little trick of mine that I do because I have nails, and I'm sure a lot of you do, and my nails will go right through the pie crust. It'll make marks in it. It's never a pretty sight. I'm just going to use this that I put the cornstarch in. It's fine. Cornstarch is going in the pie anyway. But you kind of just push it down, and it gets it up near where it needs to go on the sides of the pie pan. And it pushes it into the corners for you. So, which is wonderful. Because if I were to do my nails doing it and pushing it in with my fingernails, it'd go right through them. You don't want that. Okay, so nicely in there. You do want it to hang off a little bit because we'll be kind of, what do you call it? Smooshing it up on the sides. I can't remember the technical term. Okay, and now look how juicy this is getting. This is heavy. See? So now the strawberries, it calls for like 6 cups, 5 to 6. I obviously don't have 5 to 6 cups. I have one of the containers, the quarts, is that what it is? I sliced it up enough. But I am also using, it calls for a 9-inch pie pan. I think this is my 9-inch. I don't know, but I know it's not that deep, where I have other ones that are really deep. So I figured this way, I won't use the deep one, because I don't have enough strawberries, okay? You can also mix berries with it. I do have blueberries. I thought about throwing blueberries in there, but I'm just going to stick with the strawberry pie. Old-fashioned strawberry pie, so that's what we're going with. Okay, so it's all in there. Now, obviously the oven's preheated. We're going to be pouring these babies in here. Okay, so at this point, it looks like this. And we're going to stick it in the fridge for a little bit to keep it chilled while we work on the other pie crust to make the lattice work, okay? Okay, so at this point, I have, it's not beautiful, it's not perfect, it doesn't need to be, but you can see where parts of it broke apart, and then I just used my rolling pin and went back over it to flatten it out. Got my second pie crust going, and now I'm going to just cut strips. Probably about 1/2 inch across or width, and go across and make probably 8 to 10 of them. And then we're going to do the topping. Okay, so right here I pieced them. You can see this one broke a little bit, but we'll fix it as we get going, make it prettier. So I did 4 crossed, and I got some more to diagonally go this way. I did save a little bit left over here for certain little project. I might cut out some little stars and put them on maybe the ugly spots of my lattice work. Stay tuned. Okay, so we lifted these 2. Can't even tell. Fixing that shit in a minute. So now you're going to cut some of this extra, I'll show you here, this extra stuff off and even it up, and then we're going to tuck the edges up around the edge of the pie pan to give it a more heartier, thicker crust that we can work with and pinch it together. And of course you can always use these extras to make more yumminess, you know. You don't need it. It's really not that much hung over here. When you go to roll it out, you should do like 12 inches or something. Okay, so now you're going to tuck under. We're not crimping yet. To crimp on a pie like this. I mean, it's strawberries, it's rusticness, yumminess. Okay, so now we're starting to crimp it. You just take your finger like this, just kind of smush them together lightly. This used to stress me out when I would make Easter pies, Thanksgiving pies. I never understood how their fingers don't go through stuff or whatever, or I'd have it too long over the edge and it would fall off and flake off and stuff. Put it in there. You could tell they were homemade and everyone loved them, so it didn't matter. But I have learned since then the trick is really to you really do have to push that extra dough under it to give it a thicker stance to it, because I always thought it was just thin laying over, and I try to do it and my fingernails would go through it. But I will show you that you can see my nail marks in some of them. So it's just my signature now. They have nail marks and pie crust. But whatever. Okay, so give me a second. We're gonna get the glaze to, just an egg wash glaze to go over top and top it with sugar. And we're gonna put it. Okay, so now I put 1 egg in a bowl. Hang on with me, we're almost done. And we're just gonna beat it up a little bit. Just one large egg, medium egg, whatever you got, it's fine. We're just doing a egg wash over top of it. So it kind of browns it up, but gives it a gloss at the same time. And you hear the little bit of sugar that I have to just sprinkle on top to make it crusty and yummy. I will say, this pie is beautiful. We're not even done yet. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna, I don't want to move my stars. Oh, oops. Oh, my stars. Get the edges really well. Kind of go over the crust itself. Make it beautiful. This little extra tip is all you need. Stay on there, little guy. Hang in there with me. Don't fall off. I like the little stars on here. It kind of reminds you of buttons on bibs or something. Okay. Doesn't have to be saturated or nothing, but it's beautiful. I kind of like my nail marks in it. Go on. Okay, so we're putting that aside. I'm going to smush that up just a little bit. It got pushed down. Stay. Little guys, you got to look good. Got to look good for the camera. Now, just sprinkle the sugar all over top. Extra yumminess. Can't go wrong with that. Not sure as least amount as you like. Cannot talk today. I'm sorry. I think that's enough. One more pinch. Bam. Okay, now it's going to go, put it on a plate. Obviously, if you're going to have more strawberries in it than I did, then it could possibly overflow. Mine probably will not, because it's not super full, but I don't care. And my husband loves a lot of crust. So you're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees. It's been preheated. It's all ready to go for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to lower it to 375 and cook it for about another 40 minutes. Halfway through that, at about 20 minutes in, you're going to want to put a little tin foil over it or something like that so it doesn't totally burn the crust up and make it, horrible. So, keep on watching. It's time to go in. Okay, so this has just been the 20 minutes at 400. I'm going to put tin foil over it now because I don't want all my edges to burn. But isn't it pretty? Okay, so the pie's out of the oven. And it's really pretty. Now it looks darker through the camera than what it is. I did 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I probably would knock it down to maybe about 12 to 15 minutes. And then lower it down to 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes. I think I did about 35, 40 minutes. on it. Halfway through, you should put the tinfoil on, but when it got past the 400 degrees and I was turning it down to 375, the outsides were already looking a little darker. So I put the tinfoil on pretty much most of the time, except for maybe the last 10 minutes to color up the middle some more. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. It is bubbling. Still bubbling. Oh, the bubbles are going down now. But anyway, it does look darker than what it is in person. And this is also because we did a lot of egg wash on it, and the sugar will help it caramelize and brown. So keep that in mind. But it's not burnt. It's still edible. It is beautiful. And I can't wait to try it. So hopefully you like this video. Maybe, maybe not. How can you not? It's good food, and I'm funny sometimes. And hey, cheers. So, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, doesn't cost you anything. You just push that little button, push that little bell, and it'll tell you every time that I go to do a new video. And just helps me out. I appreciate it. I really, really do. So, I think that's it. We're going to have meatloaf tonight, mashed potatoes, corn, and some strawberry pie for dinner. Comfort food. Okay, till next time. See you later. Cheers. Oh, I guess I should do that.